We got ourselves Team Blue with Bounty. We got ourselves Seabar going to be going up first as a Feral versus Salon. Landing that opener onto Salon with a twisted appendage in the beginning. Big strong opener with a big strong cat. Gonna be tricky for Seabark with a bar with skin or iron thorns to follow. Salon actually popping in thorns of his own as a wall going up. It's gonna be wall now for Seabark as he's trying to deal with some of the bleed cat damage. They're gonna get each other moonfired, so nobody gets a restealth at all today. And Seabark got some cooldowns up and running. Second wall coming in for Salon. Seabark might want to re-wall this again as he gets hit with a maim, but he's actually hold onto wall for a little bit as a Maledict hits him, trying to go for a bit of a self-heal playstyle here, trying to deal with this Maledict. No, a renewal to deal with all that health drain. He's gonna have to wait this out, trying to buy himself some time. Still has a wall to deal with Salon as he has cooldowns rolling. Cooldowns down, landing a maim into Salon. He trinkets out of it. Final trinket available. Seabark does get a big bite on him and does go for a root. The roots and the blades and the bites and these boys get going for one another. It's just so fun to watch, man. The thought process behind it all. Getting a reopener by Salon. Seabark still holding on to a wall. Thorns are up for Salon too. Does get a maim onto Seabark. He cannot even retaliate. Having to pop in a bear form. Short bash into Salon. And just looking to catch himself a bit of a reset at this point. Drop way too low. That's last wall down for the count. Salon should have a wall coming up soonish. But Seabark should also have a wall coming up very, very soon too. They're about 50 seconds apart from one another, or just wall should be available for both of them. 50 seconds. Seabark almost landed an opener onto Salon, who is ahead in health for the time being, and Seabark still behind. Tried to let the rejuvenate, get himself up and rolling. Try to land an opener, does land an opener into Salon. Perfect opportunity for him to get the dots up and running back into the other Feral. Does root him for a moment. It's going to be a perfect opportunity for Seabark to catch another reself yet again. Keep it Salon in combat so he doesn't let him catch a reself as the other Feral on Team Red is trying to recover on health. And Seabark looking to maybe get himself a reopener. Going to be Thorns back up for Salon. Seabark landing a full re-stealth, no issue there. Having to go out and regrowth himself immediately. Salon still has Thorns, but I think Seabark does not want to engage until the Thorns and the other Feral are down. Popping back to Boomy form, and it's back to the duel as it started with a Deja Vu. Salon letting Seabark get that opener. Bash comes in onto Seabark. He does shrink it out of it. Salon, no trinket available for a while. If Seabark was to land down a setup on him, does have a wall rolling against Seabark. Seabark has a wall of his own too, as he has Thorns up and running as well. Bash into Salon is not going to last long. Does get twisted appendages. Salon needs to take him out. Maim to follow. Seabark got himself some good chain of stuns rolling. Big damage. Going to be reopener by Salon as he's trying to get damage rolling back into Seabark. Does pre-wall that maim though, and staying on top of the other Feral as best as possible, rooting him out. Might be the end of Salon right here. And Seabark might have been able to turn this around. Thorns are back up. And Salon just trying not to die to the dodge, but Seabark poking around the corner. I think he hits him with the Reaping Flames. And the Reaper has come. On Team Red, we also got ourselves Outlaw of Alizax. We also got ourselves Halo, Gould, Daniel, and Asfen as another Feral. Oh, I like that tiger hat. That looks fun as hell. That looks awesome. That's the one good thing from WoD, man. We got Bounty in Team Blue. I love Jay. Kylie Jenner. Oops, my bad. Let's see, we're going in for the other side of the arena. Just trying to wait out. I love Alizax. I love Jay, at least, you know, you could call him Jay. Alaz? How do you say that? It just doesn't roll off the tongue. Al. We'll call you Al. Al. That's a short one. That'll be easy for me. It's going to be Al going in for... trying to go for a full setup with the Army of the Dead, but the looks of it. Did get an Abomination. It looked like he got an Abomination, but it's just Mages of the Dead by himself. The Abomination didn't even come in. He doesn't actually have Abomination. You know what he has? He has the modified... oh, dropping down big bike onto Seabark as good damage comes in by Al right there. Yoinking him back, not letting him go anywhere at all. He's trying to prevent Seabark from being able to heal himself. You know what he does? He has a modified Apocalypse where it's a much shorter cooldown, but it basically has a dot that it puts on you, and it does percentage damage, and every time you heal, that dot is refreshed. So essentially, he just prevents enemies from trying to heal. Otherwise, they'll take this dot that lasts forever. So essentially, he's able to use Apocalypse. He doesn't have to worry about how many dots or debuffs he has on the enemy, but he's able to maintain a dot onto Seabark that does percentage damage, like 8% of your health over time. And every time you regrowth, it refreshes. So as long as Seabark has a Hodge or something, or Rejuvenate or something, it should be good. It looks like damage has been turned on to Al, and down it goes. Even with this interesting playstyle, I got massive burst of a Seabark on such a short cooldown. But Seabark still came out on top. Asfen is going to be up next, throwing a bike at Seabark. But Seabark still fun to survive 2 bikes, dude. This man ain't going to be roadkill anytime soon. Unless maybe here. It's not looking all that good. Does get himself a swimming up and running with a waterfall as Aspen trying to catch him. Does hit him with a quick bash and trying to see if he can juke out to the other side. Trying to see if he might be able to get away. Aspen just zapping the boy. And Seawake does drop dead. That's going to be very unfortunate. I mean, how many bites can you take to the face and still keep living, right? Usma B trying to see if he can stay onto Aspen. Trinket's out. Oh, no. That is unfortunate. Blood of the enemy with the Destrigath. And everything just got thrown all at once at Aspen, which I think none of them hit Aspen either. I think he got away with that root quite quickly, actually. But that's going to be his own Destrigath now on Upsma B, who's going to go for immediate Enrage Regen, but it's going to be yet another root. Looks like Aspen is just going to bleed this warrior dry. That's just super unfortunate. It was some bad. Looks like he's playing either a double charge build, but he hasn't thrown a Stormbolt, or either Impending Victory for extra healing. But this man, I mean, took a little bit of bleed damage, but he's doing okay. 5 minutes into this duel. Oh, actually 6 minutes. 7% dampening. Going to be yet another bite. Does go for a Dark Iron Rachel to break out of the woods. Finally, might be able to get some damage onto Aspen as he gets some damage of his own. Uzma bad. As long as he gets to stay on top of the Feral, he'll be in a good spot. Needs to make sure the Feral doesn't get away. Needs to be using those charges to catch up back to the Feral. That's going to be yet another reopener by Aspen as he got himself not Incarnate Berserk instead. So that was a bit of a Shadow Meld play here. Oops, trying to see if he might be able to land yet another charge, but the blades and procs are just melting the poor boy. Big Leap does catch a corner, but that's going to be restalled by Aspen. Oh my goodness, the restall doesn't even let him get a charge Bloodthirst at all. That's just so brutal. Jay's going to be up next as a, oh, was that an Outlaw Rogue or is that a Sub Rogue? It has one heavy weapon, but I don't know if that's a main hit off it. It looks like Jay has evasion, so it is a Sub Rogue. I'm pretty sure it is a Sub Rogue at that point. There's one dagger all blue, the other kind of bluish. That's going to be Shadow Strikes out there out of Jay. Trying to get a Nightblade onto Aspen. Needs to wait until he's out of cat form. As soon as he gets out of into cat form, he's done for. That's going to be short charge. Kidney Shot comes in. Trinket's out immediately. That's going to be Jay trying to go for some damage. But actually it backs up as soon as he gets a Trinket out of Aspen. Doesn't want to commit any damage without a full stun available. This is going to be a bit of a cat and mouse game right now. Jay might be able to land a Sapper to Aspen. Does hit him with AoE. Try not to let the Feral get an opener. That's going to be evasion for the Rogue right after this. He has a Shadow Step. He does stay right on top of the guy. Kidney Shot to follow. Does he have the big damage here? Could go for a setup. Big bite to follow. Mark for Death. Investigate. Oh, Jay, just took him out. Didn't even take him long. Just caught him in a Kidney Shot. And I guess that's just the Feral life, dude. Yo, boys, Feral boys, in Shadowlands, you guys lose one charge or wall, but you get bark skin. So for a situation like this, you can pre-bark a burst. Isn't that going to be nice? I think it's going to be an interesting dynamic. I don't know if it's going to be good or not. Double stun onto Jay's Gul'dan, just going in with all these pets, getting double stuns back up and running. All this damage, and Jay is going to go for a Cloak of Shadows advantage as soon as he sees every defensive coming in for Gul. Gul'dan should probably went in for a full Tyrant setup, but he did not have the proper setup here. He normally wants to, and this is normally what Distro Warlocks do, or Demonology Warlocks. Normally you would get a BCC on a Rogue or whoever. You would generate some soul shards, get yourself a couple of imps, so you can sacrifice the imps to the Tyrant. You'll go for one stun into the enemy that trinketed, second stun, get the Tyrant up and running, he'll suck up all your imps. Mortal Coil into the enemy, and you kind of continue the damage after. Gonna be a stun onto Jay as he's trying to land the opener onto the Warlock. Does get to Shadow Step to him with a stun. That's gonna be Destrigath. The Warlock taking quite a bit of damage in the opener though. It looks like this man is running some Azeroths from Najatar. Oh no. Because the highest item level those can give is like 430. Maybe 445 actually. That's unfortunate. So this man is really under-geared. At least one of his Azeroth pieces is under-geared, so it makes you wonder what about the rest of them, right? That's unfortunate. Jay's just going to be hanging out with a pet in the back. Got that rod den weapon slapping around, which is quite huge for Sub-Rogue. Just extra raw damage if he gets to. Stun onto Jay for just a second. As Ghoulish Jano trying to get himself an even smaller setup. Trying not to get interrupted onto the pets, but that's going to be Jay just shredding through the guy. Big Eviscerates back to back. He sees the Reaping Flames to finish him off. Does get the Reaping Flames. It is going to be shorter Reaping Flames. Small Mortal Coil heal coming in for Gul'dan. Can't really get a good angle onto Jay, but looks like he's kind of done. Looks like he's lagging maybe a little bit. Try to go for a Void Elf Rachel to get away. Jay's already ahead of the curve. He's going to get a Shadow Step into Rub, but Gul'dan could have actually continued on unless he gets shadow locked on that ability. Trying to get a time, but it's going to be a resell for Jay with a cheap shot to follow, Reaping Flames. And Gula's Genial is down for the count. Jay's going up versus Loa. Trying not to let the roll catch. A clean reset at the 10-minute mark. 31% dampening is going to hit him with a bit of a blade. That's going to check coming out. Is Loa going to go for a trinket right here? Looks like Jay is going to commit shadow strikes as soon as he doesn't see a trinket out of the Demon Hunter meter. The Dasher Gath onto the rogue. Might be down for the count. Cloaker Shadow's coming in. Oh, no. He played his last tune there at the end. Kylie Jenner getting hit with a sum by the Loa. He's got quite a bit of damage into Metamorphosis. Another. Look at those tentacle slaps, dude. This is a big slapper right here. It's actually going to still see the rogue either way. Trinkets out of the blind. Could be a killer shot by Kylie Jenner. IBM coming out by Loa. Could go for maybe a blur right here. Actually, is going to go for a blur. I wonder if he'll get a dodge a kid shot, actually. Jenner is just trying to get an angle around him. Going to be Mally rolling onto Jenner. His Cloak of Shadows is down for the count. Has a Vendetta, what looks like Vendetta. Rolling onto Demon Hunter. Shadow stepping past him, but the guy's just going to fell rush past you. Blade Dance right after. It looks like Jenner might be down. Oh my god, the Loa. Snapper shot for Bounty. Doesn't land it. Bounty needs to end this right now, dude. You're the last one left on Team Blue. You gotta hunt him down. Got traps on both sides, hoping to snag the Loa. This is gonna be a tar trap on one corner. It's gonna hit him with an arcane shot. Probably should have had a rapid fire rolling or something. But looks like his double tap is gonna be down for the count. Got himself what looks like binding shot onto Loa. Does not get to root him. If you can run him back into the binding shot, he might be able to root him. But Bounty is trying to take it super quickly, easily. Looks like he's going to try to see if he can just charge right into his face. He's going to get stunned into an IBM as the Loa is trying to get as much healing as possible. Dash got trick comes in. Bounty tries to trick it. No! What the hell, Loa? That was so much damage. Man, this guy's some burst. This boy got burst. What is that? That was some burst right there, dude. Oh my god. Oh, lordy. Lone Wolf, dude. Yep. That looks so good, actually. Look at you. That actually looks so good. And you're gonna try not rolling myself, dude. If only they had more recolors, dude. Yeah, if they had more recolors, that would be so much better. Because I have recolors somewhere in database, but you can only get one set of this gear. Like a purple recolor would be cool as hell. Yeah, I should get myself a Light Forge just for the sake of it, since, you know, the buff is insane. Plus, if you do cheesy strats, you get so much questing, so much levels for like 5 seconds of gameplay. Hey dude, what class should I play for BGs but arenas too? Monk, Mage, or Warlock? Play whatever you like, honestly.